I got both YouTube links, or y'all in the same. Mike, you at your house or my brother's house?
No, he's at his house.
New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody's starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back.
A minute remaining. Brunson at three. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again. Timeout.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here.
Que lo que, mi gente. What up, Organic Fanatics? We back at it again. Season 4, episode number 1. We at it. You know what I'm saying? You get the, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? We back at it again. You know, I'm back with the usual suspect. And of course, if it's your first time here, this is your boy Ruel. 1/4 of the podcast here, 1/4 of the people. But we got half the squad missing. They doing their thing out there. But we got, you know who's never late? I mean, he's always late, but he's always here, though. He's always here. Salute to the new Knicks, my brother. Sangre, que lo que, manito?
Yeah.
I think you're covering your mic. You're covering the mic. Go.
With your finger, bro. Covering the mic
Your
with your finger.
your finger's covering the mic.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. Yo, what's poppin', TOF fam? Welcome back home. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us. Sorry for the noisy background. But salute to the chat. Salute to the live gang. What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the TOF. Here with Mikey. Salute to my brother. Salute to Mike the Specialist. Shout out to Miguel. Let's see if he pops up. And shout out to Two Shots.
Salute to two shots out there doing the thing. We'll catch them. Hopefully they catch us maybe Sunday. We catch them out there Sunday. Salute to Machetazo out there. But you know who's here with us as well? Mr. Killer on the keyboards. If you see this stream is not giving you any issues, the sound quality, hopefully y'all can hear me this time. Put a number one, put a comment in the chat if you like the way the mic is sounding. Now we finally got all the stuff issued because of my guy M Special. M Special, talk to him, sir. Que lo que?
What up? What up? What up? What's going on to the panel? What's going on to the people in the chat? It's Friday. It's about to be a 3-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's popping. What's up?
Let's get it. Let's get it. 3-day weekend. Hey, Monday. You ain't off Monday?
I'm off
It's
Monday.
supposed to be a 4-day. Okay. I was saying it's a 4-day weekend for some. Oh, my bad. You had to work today.
Yeah, I'm working. I had to work.
I had to work today, but it's all right. No gloating, but I'm anyways. Salute to the squad. We back at it. New season. If you let us know what y'all think about the new intro. Salute to Keith Watkins in the building. He's out there. Anybody that's out there on the chats, let us know so we can hit you up. What up? What up? Let us know what you think about the new intro. Got it done, dialed in on there. Just like the new season, gave y'all the new intro. They were asking for it for a minute, but we got that rolling for you. And now, new Knicks. You said we were, so the Knicks apparently we acquired some coaches, got some assistant coaches, and you said before you were like he doesn't got 3 contacts in his phone book. Apparently, those 3 contacts were the answered the call. The 3 contacts that Mike Brown actually had in his phone. Apparently, they actually answered the call.
Listen, he got he's one of those old school coaches. He got to the end of the Rolodex in order to contact. Thank goodness Leon Rose came through, and I'm pretty sure he made some calls to get a few shits popping. But hey, salute to the acquirement of the assistant coaches, the rest of the staff that we got. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good with the selections they made.
Yeah, I mean, and we was up. I ain't gonna lie, we was Tom Thibodeau high for sure. Appreciated the coach. He went out there, did his thing. Now we gotta give. You know what I'm saying? We about that blue and orange, right? Whoever it's that the name of the back of the jersey. It ain't the coach. It's the name in the front, right? The New York Knickerbockers. We're a Knicks fan high forever. So this is the new time frame up ahead. We got Mike Brown. We're gonna give him all the rope he needs to be successful. This is the year we're supposed to be going at it for sure. Finals on there. We got the coach. Now, the first coach we got, I mean, what I'm interested. So we know there's Chris Gent. Chris Gent, I don't know how the connections are that he worked with a couple other people out there, but he did work with LeBron James in Cleveland. He was under Mike Brown for about 2 years or so. So he worked with Mike Brown as an assistant coach. I think he was the associate coach there as well under Mike Brown with the Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James' first 6 years in the league. So he's got some experience there. He also was the one that changed LeBron James' shot. So he's a shooting specialist, which is interesting. I think that's a keynote for us that he's a shooting specialist. So could he help Mitchell Robinson with a shot? Could he help anybody else with their shot who may be struggling? Maybe Deuce make him a little more accurate shooter. That's going to be kind of interesting to see that's a real specialty for him. So he's going to be the main associate offensive coach. So he's going to be the one right underneath Mike Brown. Pause. That didn't even sound right. He's going to be the next one after Mike Brown. I'll say that. How about M Special, your thoughts on what you see a little bit from, I mean, it's going to be new. Not any one of us know of what these guys can do, but the fact that he's been around quite some years, and I think he won the last G League championship. So he was one that got Charlotte to the championship win this past summer league. So he's got some offensive chops. He's an offensive coordinator. He's got some skill set. What are your thoughts on that, M Special, on Chris Gent?
I mean, he seems pretty good on paper. He's kind of been all over the place, college, NBA. I mean, he's coached, was an assistant with the 76ers, the Magic, the Cavs, the Kings, the Hawks, the Lakers, the Hornets, and now he's with the Knicks. He won a championship as a player in '94. NBA Cup champion, if you want to put that in there. I don't know, but he seems to do good wherever he goes. So See what
And
see
he
we'll see how he molds this offense.
I like that. And when he was in Atlanta, he was with Trey Young.
Yeah.
Not that that means anything, because everybody, all the Knicks fans, immediately after I said that, they said fuck Trey Young. But but the fact that he was in that Atlanta group where he had Trey Young, he had Capella, he's had so he had them running. Your thoughts, New Nick, on Chris Gent?
I mean, I like the pickup. It's a last resort, but a good last resort that we got. He got a good standing record from where he came from. So, and like I said, I'm not really. I'm all right with the coaching staff. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the team, especially with the last two acquirements. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead, but the last two players we acquired, I mean, this team is basically ready to run on autopilot, and Mike Brown has been gifted, a lot of teams. So, that's like his gift to get teams that are ready to go. So, yeah, I mean,
I like that, and but Chris Jen too. I mean, he does have some experience. He's been around, as M special, that he's been around many teams. He's been around good teams, and he's had good talent around him. So I'm kind of interested to see how that works, that dynamic. As you said, our offense is pretty much free flowing. We got the talent to do it, so it shouldn't be too complicated. But I think within the rotation of getting young players in, that the team wants to go get some of our young players in. How does that system? How do the young kids learn that system? So even though we got vets like Cat, Jalen Brunson, that seasoned players that they'll pick up the offense quick, can the young kids, because they're going to be substituted and mixed in with the veterans, can they pick that up pretty quick on there? And can Chris Jen, as a shooting coach, can he help Josh? Do you think that's something that maybe he gets Josh with a jumper Josh? That's going to be interesting to see if he can get Josh with a legit
I
shooting.
mean, Tibbs was pretty good at turning people into shooters. I don't. If he was gonna turn it around, he should have turned it around with Tibbs. So I mean, if he steps it up from where he was last year, I'll give credit to the coach and staff. Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's also how the team plays. Yeah, I mean, in order to free up those players to give them enough time to shoot, because the way we was running our rotations and our schemes, it was like clogging up the paint. Yeah, I mean, we had too much clogging the paint, especially not using Cat as a 3-point threat, which is gonna open the floor up more. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. And you were saying that, I mean, the fact that he was with Trey Young as far as a facilitator, when you're looking at that Atlanta offense when they were playing, they were moving. They had a really good offense. They sucked the defense, but their offense was really good. He was part of that. So can he bring some of that skill set over and maybe get that offense flowing? He worked with Trey Young. Can he get Jalen Brunson to understand the concept of maybe moving the ball, as you've been calling for a while, to make sure he's a better facilitator? So it's gonna be interesting to see. I like the offense. Salute to Two Shots. He's in the chat. He got some stuff going on. Two Shots, if you hear us, put some of your.
Machete. I spoke with Machete. He's gonna be on in a second.
All right, so he'll probably be joining us too. Two Shots. If you got comments on anything, put it in the chat and I'll read it out.
Yo, shout
Um,
out to Two Shots. Bang bang.
Bang, bang. So you guys will catch him later. So I like the Chris Gem pickup. He's not as much of a rookie as I thought. Like you're getting just someone young. He's been around the block a long time. He's been since the '90s. He has good experience. So I'm liking that pickup as an associate head coach. Is not just a complete novice. So I like that part of it there. The next one, that's the one that I'm kind of really interested to see, is Brendan O'Connor. So he's the defensive coach, Brendan O'Connor, and I'm pretty sure M Special has the lineup of his whole history there. So before I go into M Special, tell us a little bit about Brendan O'Connor, some of his history that I'm pretty sure you got pulled up on there.
Brendan O'Connor. It's not as big as I don't have much information on him. Or maybe I got the
Okay,
wrong
that's
guy.
like
Hold on. I
Brendan
guess I
O'Connor.
guess Brendan O'Connor is a media personality as well.
No, no. So yeah, no, you got the wrong one. So it's all good. So
Yeah.
Brendan O'Connor, he played for the Los Angeles. He was a coach for the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played a couple of years under Doc Rivers, quite some time defensively. So he's been in with the Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Zubac. So the Clippers defensively the last couple of years have been really good. They've had a tall center out there, great defenders. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who we got the light version of it between OG, Bridges. So there's some on defensive schemes, and he's great as far as preparation, as far as getting the team ready to play, finding out schemes on the opposing team. So that's going to be interesting to see how he gets his team ready, especially with our team now. I don't know how he's gonna get Cat to be a better defender. I'm thinking maybe more team, position, understanding position wise. I don't think he's gonna make him look. The Tiger has the stripes already. You can't change the stripes, right? El Tigre got the stripes. So I think it's getting him in the right positions early, understanding on rotations and switches. If Cat can get that early, he just has to be in position. He's tall enough already. He's already 7 feet. He doesn't have to do anything super crazy, anything. So I think
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. Good.
Cat's not he's not shifty like that to play defense. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of slow footed for. I mean, he plays D. Don't get me wrong, but elite D. Mm,
Hey,
we'll
salute to
see.
Nostalgic Nick. Salute to Nostalgic in the building. We see you. New year, new season. Appreciate you being in the chat, my guy. Que lo que. 2 shots back. Hit it.
Salute, salute.
Salute, salute. Let's go. Cat staying at the 5. Nostalgic says he's staying at the 5. It's interesting. That's a question I have. I'm dying to see what happens on that. Does he play the 5? I don't know, and I don't think he needs to be a lead either. I don't think you're gonna get Brendan O'Connor in this season and that he's just
It's,
gonna reform anybody. I think it's just getting him in the right place. You know what I mean?
that's the thing. Like people want to turn our offensive elite niggas into defense. Like let everybody play their role. If we got enough defense on there with OG, yeah, I mean Bridges, like we have our defensive players, yeah, I mean. We just gotta start. Let's hope he runs the right rotations and the right schemes to play a more open offense, a faster pace offense. You know what I mean? I think
Right. Well,
was in Sacramento like a top top 10 fast paced team.
yeah, offensively they were
Pretty
they
sure
were
they
good.
were.
They were very
Yeah.
similar to how we are. But I'm for Brendan O'Connor specifically for the defensive coach, which we'll go into some of the offense on there how we run with that. But for defense, I'm interested to see. He's supposed to be a really good X's and O's defensively.
He's
Yeah,
considered the best defensive mind in the NBA.
behind tips.
Okay.
Let's look
Can't
behind
tip.
tips. Let's not. We
Yeah,
gotta say it,
Behind it.
and
even if he's right.
he's known for aggressive defense and film preparation. So I
Yep.
mean, that's all good things
Nice.
that we need.
Yeah, especially film prep, and that's what I mean on that because he's a film prep guy. So, and you're right, nostalgic supposedly. So I think that's what I'm saying. Like X's and O's, if he can, we just got to get Cat's timing and understanding on rotation for the defense because I think that's where we're off because he's either late coming on a switch and that's why he was either fading away or trailing or making dumb fouls. So the X's and O's on timing or when to come out to help, when to be to play forward. I think those are the things that are going to help Cat. I don't think you're going to make him to Mitchell Robinson all of a sudden. So you're not. It's just knowing when to come up, when to hedge, when on different picks, on showing. You're on mute. You're on mute. I can't hear you. You're on mute. You're on mute.
That's why I don't think he's gonna play the 5. I mean, if we're gonna utilize all our best players to their positions, like Mitch has to be in the starting position. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
salute
I
to
mean,
Machete.
oh, machete's popping up. Let's go.
What's
Machete. Let's
turn
let's
the
wait.
camera on?
Let's wait to get them vocals coming in here. We got this.
¿Qué lo que, mi gente?
Go ahead, give your intro, my guy.
So my
Welcome in.
people, can look at me. Can
Blackness.
you see me? I can't see my video.
Nah, we don't see you blacked out.
Que lo que mi gente, what's up? Que lo que mi
What's
gente,
pop-
la 110.
Let's get it.
My video coming in choppy. Salutes to Knicks Nation, Organic Fanatic, everybody out there. Sorry my video's not going on. Sorry I'm late to the show. I'm just getting home. Just came from seeing mom. Shouts out to her. It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Tia.
Shout out to Dia. Bendición Dia. Happy birthday.
Bendición.
She sends everybody her love, and so as far as the Knicks, you guys were talking about the new coach and how the squad's doing.
Yeah,
How maybe we're gonna rate offensively and defensively from what I caught on the YouTube.
go for it. What are your thoughts
Please
on
like and
that?
subscribe. Oh, yeah, I was agreeing a lot with what the both of you were saying. You know, he had Sacramento Kings before he got fired. Number one offense. You know, he's known for his defense. He's known as a defensive coach that comes up with good offensive schemes. You know, I've always felt as far as Mike Brown's concerned, I've always liked him. You know, even when he was with Cleveland, I had to give him his props. You know, he had LeBron. You know, he had a superstar in there, and all that media going on in Cleveland. You know, a lot of expectations, and you know, it was underwhelming for him. But I still rooted for him nevertheless. You know, I like what he did with Kobe over there and with the Lakers. You know that he had coached some great ones, and he's like a little bit better to me than Mike Brown than Coach Thibs. I think he has a better record overall. If you look, you know, and I'm a Thibs guy. We love Thibs. We're Thibs hives over here. But you know, I'm glad that we have him. You know, Carl Anthony Towns was playing great against the Filipinos. He looks good. He looks healthy right now. You know, he's got a back going on. He's coming off for that. You know, salutes to the Dominican team. Salutes to the Filipino team. I felt it for Jordan Clarkson that they lost. You know, but they're still in there. It was their first game. It was a fantastic game. Check it out. But yeah, so that's what I think.
Hey, salute to Machete. Nobody can lead a next chapter like Machete. I love my cousin. What are you gonna say to your next?
Hey, I love you too, brother.
Listen, listen. If we're
My
talking
little brother
about
right there. My little brothers.
listen, if we're talking about offense, you got to remember, good offense comes from the heels of good defense. So if you're playing good defense, it should lead to good offense.
Yeah, so and also Brendan O'Connor. He's a defensive guy. He's been around the block under Doc Rivers. Like I said before, his schemes are good. If he was able to have a great Clippers team with Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, who were constantly injured, have them in great defensive spacing where they're not re-injuring themselves and be a great defensive team, even though obviously they're great defenders individually. But the fact that he was able to keep them healthy and be in the right positions overall, and then the other players as well besides Zubac, I have high hopes for him. And also, Brendan O'Connor is a William Wesley buddy. They know each other. So this is where the front office is kind of mixing their DNA with whatever Mike Brown's doing. And I think you can see between these picks here, between Chris Gent and then Brendan O'Connor, is the front office seeing some of areas that maybe Mike Brown lacked in some of the other teams because he was great offensively in Sacramento, but they were not that great defensively. I thought they looked and they did their research on Mike Brown and saw areas that he could be better in, and they got good coaching that would help him out. So I like the picks on there. I like Brendan O'Connor. I'm interested to see. It's going to be very interesting to see how he gets his team involved. Yes, we're gonna have other players. You know, Clarkson. Clarkson's not an elite defender by any means. And then Yabusele's good defending overall. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that mixes. He's the one that I'm gonna probably watch the most, even more than Mike Brown, in my opinion. That's who I want to see get going on there. And then also you got TJ Saint. Now, TJ, do you got any info on him, especially before I go about him, or do you
Oh
got
no,
some?
go ahead.
All right, so TJ Saint is another coach who coached in the G League. He's been top coach. I think he's won the G League twice. He's a great young coach. So he does very well with young talent. He's taken a lot of young college kids, developed them, got them to learn an offense really quick. So he's won the G League twice as far as the championship. So I think he's the key piece as to the future as we're looking for. As Two Shots usually saying, play the kids, play the kids. Tibbs never played the kids. Sorry, Two
Yeah.
Shots. That's the best I got for you right now. And as
Hey, can
most
you hear
people,
me, bro?
I can hear you. We hear you.
I'm just checking. Mic check.
Yeah, no. So TJ Saint is someone that I think in that aspect of our Knicks organization, the youth developing, getting the young kids at, even though we don't got draft picks, whoever we get, can he get them involved and get them up to speed quick? I think that's where TJ Saint comes around, and I'm excited to see him get the players ready. You can see Pat Combe Daddy 8 if you've seen some of his workouts. He did a couple of workouts, I think about a week or so ago, putting up shots. Pat Combe has also been working with Kevin Durant's shooting coach, off-season coach. So Pat Combs been working with him, getting shots up. So I'm excited to see that come into play, and him knowing that he's going to get some burn now. These young kids are know that they're going to get some kind of run with Mike Brown. The front office is pushing for that. So to see how they're going to develop is going to be really good. So that's where TJ Saint comes in. Young guy, aggressive. He's got the ear of the young kids. He's a young guy too. Do you know how old he is, M Special? Do you have the age on there for him? I don't. All right. So that's all.
37.
He's 37. Yeah, young cat. He's pretty
That's
young.
young.
So yeah, so very young, young cat. So you can see how meticulously Leon and the front office has selected these people. Even though New Nick said Mike Brown didn't have 3 contacts in his phone. It's a good thing that William Wesley, and also Leon Rose did have some connections on there. So that was good to see. So that they got people because Brendan O'Connor is some a Wesley connection, Worldwide West. So he's someone that's a Worldwide West connect that he brought him over. You got Fink, who's been around a while. So I mean, so that's interesting. I like the coaching. Any thoughts? Final thoughts on you guys? On any expectations you want to see from this coaching? What do you think from what you see? What do you think that this coach? Let me ask you guys this way: and with these coaches so far, we obviously don't know who they are. We got some idea of what they do. What would you guys like to see from this team different that you didn't see last year with this coach? And I'll ask you that.
Well, what I think, it is that for the team to gel correctly, like
Stay in the second lane from
all
left.
the players have to be happy. And with the tight rotation that Tibbs had, I kind of found it a little bit, not everybody was happy because the veterans were playing too many minutes. The young kids weren't playing minutes, so the older players were a little bit pissed off because they were tired, and the younger players were mad because they didn't play at all.
No doubt.
So with Bridges saying that we had enough talent on the team, when he complained to Tibbs, I think it was a shaky locker room. There's like a lot of players that build with each other, but at the end of the day, we gotta have the unity and keep everybody happy in order for this to go further. So we need to be in a deeper rotation to have everybody playing and helping.
Okay, so you're thinking that you want to see more of a team play overall? Do you want to get like everyone involved more?
I want to see a deeper rotation so everybody can be ready and happy, and like pitch in, into the whole team.
Okay. Machete, what do you think? What would you like to see different in comparison with Thibodeau, and then in comparison with these coaches? If you got an idea from what we spoke about of what we think they could bring, what would you like to see different or better for this team coming up for this season?
All right, hang on, because I just have my notes. I'm trying to get my video going. I don't know if you can see me because every time I draw a blank. But
New Knicks, your mic, New Knicks.
Hang on a second. Can you hear me? Yeah, give me your mic, bro.
All right.
I had taken notes since the last 2 shows that we didn't come on. I'm glad that we're on. But
Go for it if you want to read those.
I have made notes. So check it out. So I'm gonna start from where because I'm just trying to read my notes that I made. You know, and kind of tie into what New Knicks just said. Okay, so be blue patient with me, and then I'll get caught up with as far as the coach the last assistant coach we just talked about.
Mhm.
But so I said I wrote down that on the agenda chat talk next for the click type shit. Niggas are still debating if the Mikal Bridges extension has anything to do with a possible Giannis trade. This was from like 3 weeks ago, but we didn't do the shows. But Shams reporting as per the two shots post on our chat. Did the Mikal extension have any connections correlating with the Giannis Antetokounmpo situation in Milwaukee? And it's my understanding this is what the Shams reported, right? It is my understanding that Leon Rose and company have been monitoring the Giannis Antetokounmpo situation and the Milwaukee Bucks very closely even before the offseason started. Many report around the league believe the Knicks are interested in star hunting, and while the opportunity hasn't popped up yet, it's certainly believe that it's the cards if the right situation presents itself. That was the last we heard about it, right? Like about 3 weeks ago, as far as Giannis is concerned. Being that it's summer, nobody's really talking right now. There's nothing going on because everybody's on vacation. I think a few weeks before training camp, we might start hearing something. Because I think that's what happened last time with Cat. That news came in last minute. But that was my first. And then the last episode, we started with everyone's conversation on the topic of the coaching. Who are the new assistant coaches added to Mike Brown's staff? Associate head coach, defensive coordinator, Chris Gent. You guys talked about just catching up, right? And I wrote down that his reputation of being one of the league's best shooting teachers. He was undrafted in '92, played with the championships of the '94 Houston Rockets, and he was the one he was with the Houston Rockets when we went in the finals when the O.J. Simpson happened. He played in that team, right? That was our coach Chris Gent, the offensive coordinator. Yeah. So he's gonna be he was a '93 coach with the Orlando Magic. He was a interim coach for the '93 Orlando team. Blah blah blah. Anyways, he won a champ as assistant for the Cavs, the LeBron James in the 2011-2012 season. Chris Gent is expected to be the bridge between the players and the coaches. He'll be our strategist and player development. He'll be great for Jalen Brunson and Jordan Clarkson on spacing and shot creation. That's what I wrote down. And then a defensive coach, assistant coach, Brandon O'Connor, right?
Yep.
Like he's respected in the NBA and has been coaching for decades. He started back with New Orleans Hampshire, coach of the Hornets and the Bulls. Brandon known for breaking down studies, studying lots of film and breaking down the ops defense. He'll be studying the ops defense. He'll help the squad communicate better, and that'll help Mike Brown tighten up his rotations with Mitch Robbs, OG, Mikal Bridges, and our offensive rotation should be dynamic. That's Brandon O'Connor. And then we talked about TJ Saints, that he was the New Orleans Pelicans G League head coach, and he had the best offensive rating as a head coach for the while he was helping with our youth. He'll be helping with our youth development, and he's been highly praised for his scouting and relationships and building young players. This guy is used to teaching and grooming talent from his time with the G League. It'll be great for guys like P, Dadier, and Tyler Kolek. He should help with Huck Porty become more productive and also help our veterans adjust to our newer systems. And Mike Brown has built a staff of specialists, Chris Gent, Brandon O'Connor, and TJ Sant for youth development. That's my notes. Thanks.
Right. Hey, Spesh, your
Yes, sir.
thoughts on what do you want to see as far as the direction? Because we were watching the tail end of it for the season last year, how the Knicks were, we already know what Thibodeau lacked and what could have been better. What would you like to see from this coaching? Even though again, just based off what we see, their skill set, how do you would like to see them transition this team, or what would you like to see different or better for this team coming up for the
Well,
season?
according to what I'm reading, I would expect more ball movement, more fluid offense, none of that ISO ball. I would expect more aggressive defense, more like up in your face defense. Um, Hopefully, more communication on defense. I feel like last year nobody really said, "Hey, get your man cheer or switch there." You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
It was
more
just it
communicating.
was just a bunch of guys playing basketball. You know, they don't. I didn't see no communication on defense. Um,
Good.
and I mean, according we should be a higher scoring team. I mean, I don't know. Interested to see how the team takes to these new coaches. Are they buying in? Are they like, oh, these guys suck? You know what I'm saying? Like the team has to buy in, right? If the team doesn't buy in, you can say whatever you want, show whatever you want, do whatever you want. If they don't like you or they're not buying into what you're saying, they're gonna be bad.
Yeah. No, I
I
like that.
don't
I
think
mean,
that's gonna happen, but
go ahead, Michelle.
I'm sorry. I'm
No, go
I'm
ahead.
like I'm thinking out loud, man. You know, he's been around as long as they've been around. His career is probably extended a little bit, maybe past any of them, maybe except Cat. Cat's been around what 11 years. Can't remember how far back this motherfucker goes. But if he was training LeBron James, you're talking about more than 11 years in the NBA. So I'm saying that they would respect that. He's a respectable coach,
I mean, you
just like
figure
they
they're
respect.
professional, right? They should be professional. You know what I'm saying?
No, 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 no. But I mean that
But
just to give
every
like to
now
give.
and then you find the coach or whatever you see that just don't buy in. You know, they have to buy what he's selling.
Yeah, that's a 50. There's a chance. There's a 50 chance that could happen. But I think that what you're saying as far as buying into and respecting him, I think that he has the experience and the time and the street cred for him coming in already to listen to him and buy into him because he had the number one offense when they were the number five offense. As good as the offensive players we got, and Jalen Brunson and Cat, because we got good offensive guys. If they're put in a situation and in a play where the talents they can share the ball, right, and score and do their thing like Cat was doing earlier. Man, then but I think he has a rep that they would like buy at least give it a try. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
it doesn't work, like we start losing games and shit, like let's say, okay, the first 30 games we go 15 and 15, right? There's a possibility we could go 50-50, right? In the first 30 games, right? Because, you know, um, because it is a new coach coming in, guys playing together in a new system for a new coach. So you got to give that a learning curve, at least for the first. You know what I'm saying? Those first half of the games, if we go 500, I wouldn't be surprised. But if we go after that, and start winning games like we're seeing the 600 games and start winning more than we start adapting, and if we stay healthy, who knows? Okay, maybe they might not like
Now,
it. Maybe they might.
now 500 would be crazy, in my opinion.
Right.
For their
I'm just saying
and
conservatively, though. That's what I'm
I
just
hear you.
saying
I hear you.
conservatively, dog.
I'm just for me, my expectation with these coaches, whether pedigree or not, I mean, you got two of them that are very seasoned. You got Chris Jen, who's been around north of 20 years. He's been around a lot of talent. You got Brendan O'Connell, who's been around at least 15 years, a lot of experience on there. My expectation on this is X's and O's, and I think that's where to be game ready. The biggest thing that I saw that we weren't ready last year was in beginning of games. Our starting of the first quarter, our starting of the third quarter. Those were our Achilles heel, and we always had to fight our way to these wins, which were phenomenal wins. These wins that we're winning the fourth quarter and the comebacks was showing our skill set, the motivation and the pedigree of the players we have. But we shouldn't have had to work half as hard as we did last year. And to me, that's where the prep, where if Mike Brown is this coach that is having people practice all the time, who you got Chris Gent, who's an offensive mind and a shooting coach, who you got TJ Saint, who's a young talent to have the young kids prepped and ready so they can help out the team so we can get this bench included. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking at from the beginning of the game to be ready to play. I'm looking for the defensive uh X's and O's, if this is supposed to be what it is, of having the players that lack the opportunity as far as Cat not being ready, slow footed, or slow to the position to understanding the X's and O's on there. So that's what I'm looking for. And then getting the young kids involved, the offense and all that would come into play. But you're not gonna change Brunson how he is, in my opinion. I think you'll get a more free flowing as far as an understanding of a style of game. But Mike Brown did have a offense where it was free flowing, facilitating the ball. You got Jalen Brunson. I mean, where you have Fox moving the shot and how they played. And I was looking at I think they run a Princeton offense when I said that before, is how they use the center a lot. So nostalgic Nick could have an the right idea if they play Cat at the starting center because it was kind of like how Thibodeau used to use Noah, someone at the top of the key facilitating and passing the rock, which is something that that's why we got Cat, someone a stretch five. That was the big thing out here. And I believe I really want Mitch, in my opinion. I really would love Mitch to start, but I can see him using that because you had Sabonis, who was their center, who was at the top of the key, setting double picks, double screens, and then moving off the ball. So it's possible he could have Mitch in there and him and Cat doing double screens and kind of confusing the other players. So I'm really interested to see that. I think Mitch would be the best option defensively, but I can definitely see how he can use it either way. So that's my thing. My key for this year is to have the players ready from first quarter, from the first quarter and third quarter. That's what I'm going to be looking for the first 25 games. How we start the game and how we start the third quarter. Those things were big and key for me, for our team not to work so hard, in my opinion. So that's what I was looking at there for the coach. And M Special, any thoughts on any of that or what we just said on there or Machete?
No, you're right. More
Okay.
well prepared team.
Yeah, so that's allegedly that's what this is for. So I mean, if we're looking at the firing for Thibodeau, why they got rid of Thibodeau, not playing the youth, the vets tired because they're playing so many minutes. Could that have led into Cats not really wanting to play defense because he was going to play 33, 34 minutes? We'll see. That's going to be interesting to see how they play on there. And you Knicks, any final thoughts on the coaching or anything, or unless you're gonna sprinkle it in on there? I know he's eating. I know you're eating. So if you're eating,
No, sir.
all right. So keep eating.
I
We'll
mean,
come
I'm
back.
good. I'm good with the head coaches.
Right? And then so now we got what? We got about a month before training camp, about 3 weeks before training camp. So we got about 2 weeks or so before training camp starts. September, not even because September 1st is this Monday. So you're gonna have these training camp ready to start, and then we're gonna have 30 days from Monday. 30 days from Monday, we're gonna have the season start, the 2025 season. Let's go. Let's go. And listen, the shirt that what we've been wearing. What's Dolan known for? The spear, right? So we're playing our first two games in Abu Dhabi, October 2nd and October 4th against the Philadelphia 76ers in Abu Dhabi. And if you ain't know, we're trying to get the spear over there. They're trying to get a spear in Abu Dhabi, so that's gonna be interesting on there. So we're playing against Philly and Abu Dhabi. What are your thoughts about that? Of getting that Abu Dhabi spear?
Sphere, brother.
Spear. That's what I said.
Abu Dhabi.
That's dope. Did you see the video I sent out about the showing the spear? Pretty
What's
dope.
up?
It's gonna be great.
Is it gonna be ready, or are we just kind of like showcasing it over there?
No, I think we're trying to Abu Dhabi's trying.
Another spear.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi. That's why they're sponsoring the Knicks. If you look at our jerseys, it has Abu Dhabi. So Abu Dhabi's trying to get they want a spear out there. So they got Dolan to do.
Yeah, I might.
They're building in Abu Dhabi.
Might jump out the call and then jump back in.
Yeah,
See if
yeah.
you-
Yo, you read my mind. You read my mind.
M Special. So some of your thoughts on you were just saying about Abu Dhabi. You Knicks, mute yourself.
Shit, I didn't even know they were playing in Abu Dhabi to start the season.
Yeah.
But
Welcome to the Organic Fanatics, where we give you guys the jewel. We drop it here. You know what I'm saying?
even the panelists learn something new every day.
All right. Hey, two shots telling me spear.
What
with an
happened?
H, bro.
It
Spear
sounds
with
like
an
it
H.
sounds like you guys are saying spear.
Spear. Spear. Hey, I'm a Taino. That's all I know. All we know is spears. No H.
I mean, well, they sponsoring us, right? We got that Arab money now. What's going on?
Got that. We got
Yeah.
Chic Knicks, halal
Yeah,
Knicks.
Sheik Nicks, halal
We got
Nicks. There
halal
you go.
Knicks.
You're gonna have to,
Yeah,
there you go.
Hey, the Arab money.
You're muted, but
You're muted, Boogie.
there you go.
I don't got my Abu Dhabi on, but
Hey,
I'm ready.
we got that Arab money. You know that those bodegas with the chopped cheese besides the Dominicans
But is that
are
that
Arab
regular
friends.
season or like preseason?
It's preseason. It's
Okay.
October 2nd, October 4th. So it's still early. I want to say
Yeah.
that's the first game. Is that preseason? I know it's October 2nd, October 4th. Let me look it up here, but I don't want to hold people up here. But I know it's October 2nd. It's at the Arab Emirates.
All
So
right.
they're trying to get actually there's gonna be a couple of NBA events over there. So, Abu Dhabi's trying to get a lot of promotion out there. They got the Emirates over there is a big paper.
Yeah.
They got that long train smoke money. So they're trying
Okay,
to
it's
get
preseason.
attention and it's preseason? That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Okay, yeah. October 2nd, October 4th against the 76ers.
Yeah, since it's
So
preseason, it's fine, whatever. If it would have been like the first two games of the actual season, I'd be like, you really want your team traveling? That's a long flight, bro.
it is. I mean, hey, there's promotion, bro.
You see it,
We get into
you see it in the NFL, man. Those teams that play in Europe during the season,
yeah.
they don't really do too good the next week. Like,
Yeah, so I'm excited. So you guys like that? I mean, I think it's gonna be kind of interesting. Hosting out there. You got Dolan, you know, international player promoting out there. So I kind of like that on there. Uh, International players, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what it was one more thing I wanted to bring up here, but keep going. So I'm liking the schedule, ready for that. Let's talk about this. This is something I was gonna try to save for Sunday, but I'm too annoyed already by it. So we're talking about the schedule. And now, in order to watch the NBA game, it was already terrible with people who had the Yes Network. Salute to the Knicks fans with the Yes Network and the debacle it was for trying to watch a game in New York with the Yes Network. But now you got these new episodes. They got rid of TNT, and now on Sunday, in order to watch an NBA game, you gotta be on ABC, NBC, or Peacock. But then on Monday, you only got Peacock. Tuesday, you got NBC and Peacock to watch a game, and then Wednesday's ESPN only. But wait, Thursday, Prime. You got to have Prime in order to watch a game on Thursday, Prime. And then Friday's Prime and ESPN, depending if it's a day game or a night game. And then Saturday, good old Prime and ABC. Yo, it is crazy that you got to have all these networks just to watch an NBA game, and season viewership is dropping. So you got people, it was already struggling for people to watch the game. Now you got to have 4 or 5 different subscriptions. New Knicks, what are your thoughts of having 4 subscriptions just to watch your Knicks or just the NBA in general?
What happened? Come back.
All right, I'll come back
My
to you.
passport. I don't know my thoughts on it.
No, so I'm saying like because now you need all these channels. You need Peacock, NBC, ABC, ESPN, Prime, just to watch basketball games throughout the weekend. They're scattered differently. Not even at any organization. What are your thoughts on the new trying to get money with all these organizations to watch the NBA?
Trying to find a new avenue to get out. She got it.
Yeah. Yo, your connection's bad. I'm gonna have to come back to you. I'm gonna come back to you because the connection's bad because you're driving out there. M Spesh, your thoughts on all these channels you got to do just to watch a game? Let me know your thoughts on that.
I mean, well, it depends. That Peacock is NBC, so is it gonna be on your local NBC plus Peacock or just exclusively on Peacock? You know what I mean?
So,
We have to
so it
see how
has all
that
3
goes.
channels on it. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. Go ahead.
ESPN. I mean, ESPN is ESPN. They've had games on ESPN before, so I don't see what. I don't think anything's gonna really change too much.
So what do you mean you don't think it's gonna change too much? So you don't think that affects the viewership that someone has to
Nah,
have
because I
Prime?
think let's say like the Sunday game Peacock, it's just gonna be two teams that are playing on Peacock. Every other team is gonna broadcast their games to where they normally broadcast,
Right.
right?
So it's either ABC. Yeah, but isn't Peacock? Don't you have to have a membership for Peacock? Isn't
Yeah,
that a
no,
subscription?
but what I'm saying is Peacock is NBC. So let's say like NFL, their Sunday night game is on Peacock. but you could also watch it on NBC.
But only that you could only watch it on NBC if that's your local team, right?
Huh? You can watch it on NBC
So
regardless.
and anybody can watch it on. Okay,
Yeah, they don't block it.
okay. I mean, you're experiencing because I know it's happening with the NFL.
I was always able to see the game on what is it, NBC?
Yeah,
I mean, I have Peacock, so I could watch it on Peacock too, but
yeah, but you have a subscription though,
yeah, I
right?
have a
Which that's the
subscription. I gotta
point.
pay for it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point. That where the people who, if you're trying to get everybody to watch the game in general, because now I have to have a subscription if my NBC ain't working or if it's a blacked out game, I have to have the subscription to watch it through Peacock. And then now ESPN, it's not a regular ESPN. Now it's gonna be ESPN Plus or whatever that may be. I just think it's gonna be challenging this year that you're gonna have all these changes. I can understand maybe one if you did Prime and everybody just got Prime or whatever it was, but they're trying to get
Now the Prime Video game, that's only on Prime, bro, on Fridays. But they did the same thing with baseball. Like
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
some of the Friday games in baseball were on Apple TV only. So like if the Yankees were playing on Apple TV, I wasn't able to.
That's crazy. I mean, if you're having a thing that viewership is down, and then you're gonna do some. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. That I think to me is gonna be confusing. Machete,
If they block those games off of the like, let's say like the NBA League Pass, that's when you're really gonna, sometimes they'll block it out because they're exclusive rights to the broadcast or whatever, and that's where you're gonna run into trouble.
And I agree with Nostalgic Nick. Nostalgic Nick says that Dolan should have made it available like on the Knicks app. That's why I downloaded the Knicks app. Like how you have the Knicks app and they're so delayed on any info, any of the updates. Like just, the Instagram is more up to date than the Knicks app. I have to get information from the NBA app instead of the Knicks app. It's so delayed. I agree. I mean, even if you had a subscription or something there, do it from the app where you should at least watch the show, watch the highlights. So I agree with you there, nostalgic for sure. Knicks have all the TV games. It's true. We got a lot of TV games, but you better have a subscription. You know, so that's going to be interesting to see this year. But, nothing stops the Knicks fan base. Maybe they did that because Yes Network was fucking around, and now they found out.
Yeah, I'm looking at the first week 1, right? We got the Cavs on ESPN. We got the Celtics on Prime. You got the Heat on League Pass. You got Milwaukee on Peacock, and the Bulls on League Pass. So that's it. What, 1, 2, 3 games are on different channels, and just in week 1.
Which is what I'm saying. And how many the average fan like? You're gonna be like you come home. What happens to you? You come home off of work. You tired. You just turn on the TV and then there's your game. Now I gotta look for a program. Which app? I gotta fucking start doing math. I gotta invite to this channel. I gotta carry. Like, is it Peacock? Is it NBC? Is it who is it? Where is the? Yo, people are gonna lose their mind, bro. That's at least me. I'm an impatient person to be like, yo, what? I don't know. Is MSG still available? Listen, MSG's available. I just don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna be showing games. We hope so. Hopefully MSG's still showing the games like how we know. We don't know. I'm just going according to what the NBA. I think maybe these are just the nationally televised games. I'm not sure, but just off that first week, that thing on Sundays it's ABC, NBC, and Peacock. Monday is Peacock only. Tuesday is NBC and Peacock. Wednesday is ESPN. Thursday is Prime. Friday is Prime and ESPN. And Saturday is Prime and ABC. That's way too much. That's way too much. At that point, I'll just get League Pass. I just rather pay League Pass at that point in time and just watch all the games whenever. Because I don't know. For that, they should have just put League Pass. I don't know. That's interesting. That's gonna be interesting to see. Nonetheless, Nick die hard fans, we're still gonna be watching the game. We're still gonna find a way to see it, whether it's paid or not, allegedly. I'm just kidding.
I think they're still gonna be on MSG, like the non-televised games or whatever, like the national televised games. It seems from here, it seems like they're still gonna be on MSG.
That's dope. All right, so MSG should
unless you have Optimum. If you have Optimum, then I know a lot of people need. Optimum is like it's like a Comcast in New York.
Oh,
Apparently,
no,
they you can access MSG games by subscribing to MSG Plus.
there you go. See, already, and yet another subscription. But wait, there's more. All right, so listen, you're gonna need a subscription to one. You gotta pick it. That's it. If I listen, from my opinion, out of all these, if there's a subscription I would get, it's got to be League Pass. I would just get League Pass. Just get League Pass
Yeah, might
and
as
call
well.
it a day. We're not promoted League Pass. This could be you, League Pass, NBA. We are
But if you get
promoting
League Pass and they're playing on Peacock, you're gonna miss that game because now you still have to watch it on Peacock. The League Pass will
But
block
does it?
it out. It's blocked out because it's a Peacock
Ah,
buys the
la.
rights to that game, so they're the ones that could only show it.
Oh,
So
you
you still have that problem.
sneaky bastards.
Nostalgic has
Machete,
Fubu TV, MSG. You should be good, Nostalgic.
if you got Fubu and MSG,
If you got
good.
the MSG channel, you should be good.
Us people that live down here in New York away, the away team.
Yeah, we
we
don't got that.
We're the away team.
No, but I mean the point is that get the MSG Prime. If you're a real true Knicks fan, support Dolan because the NBA is not trying to help. They're siding with ESPN, which is ABC, which is the Disney Channel, which is Disney. So like Disney's trying to buy out Madison Square Garden from the Dolan family, who had it since the '70s. We've talked about their history in previous channels. Shouts out to the Dolan family out there, that we wouldn't have this show if it wasn't for this brand. Orange and blue since 1946. So I mean, they haven't had it that long, but I mean, my point is that they're trying to take over the MSG channel, so support it. Go out there and get the MSG Prime, because I'm going to do it. If there's no other way, if I want to hear Clyde on every show when they're doing the home games, and we bet, by the way, win most of those home games. I hope Mike Brown gets it into his head that this team has to win the majority, if not all, of our home games. That aside, we got to support MSG channel, get that MSG Prime so that you can watch all the games with Clyde and Mike Breen and Crawford and everybody out there. Support New York, support Madison Square Garden, support 34th Street, and support the Knicks, the Organic Fanatic Show, please. Hit them thumbs up and the subscriptions, please. Thanks for supporting us. And yeah.
Speaking of subscription, I like that way you did there. We're talking about subscription. You said subscribe here. I see what you did there, boy. I see what you did there. I like it. You heard the boy. MSG. I like that. Yeah, support MSG. Anything New York. Support if you can. I'm with that. Interesting to see, but I'm excited. September is literally 4 days away from here. 3 days.
Oh.
And then that's it. We're in training camp. And it was kind of exciting. So last night, as Machete segued to earlier, you had Dominican Republic versus
or
what? I don't know
happened
what
there?
you said. I don't know. That just or anyway. So Dominican Republic versus the Philippines.
You talked about the key dates. So you talked about the channels, right? You talked about. I mean, I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second. So you talked about
just the Abu Dhabi game. I mean, if there's any other game you want to talk about or key dates, you can talk about
the key dates that I got down, right? Like the tip off 2025 NBA tip off 2025 is going to be on NBC. You can catch it on Peacock or ESPN or Prime. October 22nd, Tuesday, October 22nd, right? You got that?
Go for it.
Tuesday, October, and then the NBA Cup, the Emirates NBA Cup that we were talking about was that Friday, October 31st. You can catch that one on Prime, on ESPN, NBC, and Peacock, right?
Yep.
And then Thursday, December 25th is the Christmas Day. You can catch that one on ABC and ESPN. December 25th, Christmas Day. And then the Martin Luther King game on Honor King you can catch that on NBC on Peacock Monday, January 19th. These are key dates I'm just going over. And then on Rivals Week, begins Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. You can catch that on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, Prime. That's January 2026. And then the All-Star 2026 in Los Angeles. Catch that one on NBC, Peacock, and ESPN on Friday, February 13th, 2026. Then on Prime, you can catch the play-in tournament beginning April 2026, Tuesday, April 26th. And then the playoff begins April 18th, 2026. Catch that on ABC, ESPN, NBC, Peacock, Prime. And then June 26th, the finals on ABC. And that's what you got from the Organic Fanatics show. You heard it here first. The full schedule details. There you go.
Dropping them bars on there. I was talking about, and appreciate you for giving the info. So last night, so right now you're seeing the players playing for their national teams. They're playing for their home teams. You got, Luca playing for his team. Porzingis, who was sick, who couldn't play. All of a sudden, he's playing for Latvia and balling,
What
but he was
tournament is
sick and he
that?
couldn't play. It's a World Cup, like it's for basketball. So I think it's to get
When's
to.
that? You know?
They're playing right now. They're all playing
But
right
right now, he's playing right now. They're playing right now.
now. Yeah, Giannis is playing for Greece. You got this dude. So everybody's
The
playing for their
European
team.
League.
The European League. Everyone's playing the World League. So everybody's playing. And then last night you had Dominican Republic versus the Philippines. So you had Cat versus Clarkson, which
Great game. Great game.
Cat looks good. As far as he lost a lot of weight. I think that's gonna help him on his knee pain that he was having. He looks like he lost a lot of weight, at least 10 to 15 pounds easy.
He looks in great shape. I hope he's nothing. He doesn't get an injury. Shouts out to the Dominican team. They got our brother who went out with a shoulder injury. I hope they did good out there. And shouts out to the Filipino team. That was a great game that you sent me out there earlier. It was really neck to neck all the way. And then in the end, Jordan Clarkson fouled out of the game, and they had no scoring, no any more scoring. But if he would have been in there, it would have been neck to neck that game. But in the end, he fouled out, and Cat got the advantage, and we won the game. We lucked out of that one, but we got an injured player. So shouts out to the Dominican team. Shouts out to Cat. Stay healthy, brothers. Start stretching, lifting weights. Yeah, ready.
Yeah, so I like that. I mean, you had Cat that played. He looked sharp. He looked like a lot of weight loss. He was driving in. His knee looks healthy. It didn't look like it was bothering him at all. So you had him playing good. The Republic went to Philippines and upset at the Philippines, which is a big game. A good thing that I saw. So you saw his game was ready. He was letting others play, let the game come to him, slowing it down for as far as Cat. And then you got Clarkson, who's always repping Filipinos, always repping his people, and he used every foul he had. He was trying to borrow something. Yo, anybody got any more fouls? Anybody got any more fouls? So at least he's willing to play defense. Maybe not that great, but he's willing to play defense, and he was trying to be aggressive out there. He's balling. The only one thing I don't like about Jordan Clarkson, one thing, the painted nails. Other than that, I ride with the dude. The painted nails, I can't fuck with that. Anyway, other than that, they did good. The Boricua's been doing pretty good. You got your boy out there playing. You guys excited for the season? Let's go. We are a week away. I'm ready to close this thing. I'm too excited right now for this team. Special, your thoughts on just getting ready for the team? Are you hyped for it, even though you got these boo boo networks, or what? Talk to me.
Yeah, man.
Let me know what you.
I want to see some Knicks basketball, man. I'm like right now. I'm excited that like football is starting as well. Like this is like a great time to be like a sports fan. You got baseball going into the playoffs. You got football starting. Now you got basketball training camp about to kick off. Like all the sports are about to kick off right now. So this is a great time to be a sports fan.
Junkies, I love it. I love it. New Knicks.
Prize picks, this could be you.
There you go. Right. Love it. Yeah. So I'm super excited about it right now. I can't wait to talk about the capping and all that. All right. It's been brought out there, so I'm gonna throwing it out there. Michael Beasley Does Michael Beasley come to the Knicks? Yes, no, why? Go for it. Everybody to talk about it. Let's throw it out there. Michael Beasley, who got, he was allegedly into the gambling. He was, he's still under the investigation now. They didn't put him as the main dude. So I don't know what that means. He's still in the investigation, but he's not the main guy. Does that mean he's snitching for bucks? Does that mean he's snitching? I don't know. Is he Takashi 6ix9ine right now? Is that what's happening? I don't know.
Could be.
Maybe they said, hey, we'll drop this probe, pause, if you just let us know, you know what I'm saying, who's out there who's in the ring. Who's in the ring of fire? Is he snitching? I don't know. New Knicks, would you want Michael Beasley, Mikael Beasley, whatever, Beasley to be in the Knicks?
I don't want Antetokounmpo. I don't want Beasley. I don't want KD. I don't want nobody that anybody's naming. I'm good with my squad athletes.
Boom. Short, sweet, to the point. Machete, he's either really happy with the question that he's smiling or he's going to
I think he's frozen.
Yeah. I think my screen's frozen, but it's all good because look, we're still out there on the hunt to fill a position, right? And the options out there are Ben Simmons, Larry Shammer,
cool.
Mikael Beasley. Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yeah.
No. It's the names we're hearing clearly.
I don't think you said that name right.
I'm sorry, I'm drinking some Korean gin, so I'm slurring a little bit.
You said it like a Korean too.
Hey, listen. It's just that that's why my shit's frozen. But anyways, listen, as long as you can hear me good, all right? Listen, I don't care. That's my gift. What was I saying? Yo, man, look, Mike Brown is fortunate right now going into its situation into New York City, the New York Knicks organization, and getting prime players that he can use in his system with these guys, these coaches that we've talked about that got good qualification. We talked about it in the last show. We were worried about he doesn't have a squad, he doesn't have a skeleton show where he's gonna get. And I was telling you that it takes time to find guys who can come at the right time when it's convenient, when it can't, whatever. I'm going to touch that. Look, watch the last episode. We went into it, but now look, you talking about some guys, top 3 guys that we can just only hope for. We can go forward with and do good with. Mike Brown being blessed to have these prime players ready to go if they stay healthy, and we pray every day they stay healthy, right? There are no basketball guys, by the way. Please don't say that's blasphemous. But we can pray that everybody stays healthy, just like we pray for our family to stay healthy. We can pray for everybody to stay healthy. That's number one, right? Where our schedule is great. We just went over how convenient it is right now, especially in the beginning. I was talking conservatively, if we go 50-50 in the first half of I think we can do better going into the All-Star. Who knows? 600 team. I think you can have a 600 team. That would be crazy if we were 600 team going into the All-Star. And then rest. And then come back.
Okay.
Anyways.
So was that a yes for Michael Beasley?
Isn't it Malik?
Yeah, so going back. I'm sorry, I digress. Yes,
you're all right.
I like Michael Beasley because if you're talking about you're talking about no. I digress. Hold on, let me slow down.
Just say Beasley, just because we get his first name. We got 4 different players. We're talking about 4 different players.
Let me ask you something, but I ask you guys something. Let me ask you guys a question, though.
Can we answer this question though first? Okay.
All right. So let me ask you a question. So will we have to pay Beasley more or Shaman more? Because those will be my options.
Shaman is on the budget. Everybody else, you're gonna have to find a way to give them extra money that we don't have.
Then I'm with Shaman.
We have $3 million.
Shaman number 1. Shaman number 1, Beasley number 2, and fucking this guy number 3. I didn't even mention his name. That's my opinion.
All right, Special. Your thoughts on any of the other players that have been mentioned?
Just bring Shaman in. Like, who the hell wants to talk to Ben Simmons, bro? Like,
Who?
like, is it Ben Simmons, right? That's his name.
Yeah, Ben
Who?
Simmons. Yeah, Ben
Yeah,
Simmons.
he's
Ben Simmons.
terrible, bro. He sucks. Anywhere he's gone, he sucks.
No, he doesn't. He
What
was
do you
an
mean he
NBA
doesn't?
All-Star, Rookie of the Year. He's
And
got
then what happened?
credentials. He just,
I'm like,
will we really use him though?
that's like 8 years
Can we
ago.
afford
That's
him?
like 8
And
years
will we
ago, bro.
use him like that?
First of all, you're bringing stats from literally 8 years ago. That guy. That's like talking about a brand new car
Hey,
that you've had
From
for
like his
12 years.
Hey, can I
sophomore,
say something?
year
But you
on, he
talking
was
about
whack.
a coach who will out his ass and put a foot
What?
literally up his ass.
Nah, I don't want pause.
Yo.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna be playing for a no holds barred personality.
Bro, I'll pass on Ben Simmons. I'll pass on Beasley. I'll take Shamit over those
He
two.
was my
guys.
third options anyway. I didn't even mention his name.
I like it. Listen, whoever you're talking about now there's very minimal minutes for this person, if maybe you get it. Whether it's as nice as the name sounds, the most important of all that you're gonna look for is fit, because they got to be able to mesh well. You already see we had issue with Beasley in the playoffs with the Knicks. The last time he played against us in the Garden, where he was doing his little the cock flop dance that he did on the sideline when they beat us. I don't think you're gonna have the team that's gonna be like, yeah, let's go get that guy. I don't just see that's not a Nick type player. He could maybe, but unless you're gonna do it for 10 cents on the dollar, Leon ain't bringing you in. You're gonna bring all them problems. He's still under the investigation. He's still a probe. I don't see that happening. Ben Simmons, there's no point bringing him in if he's not going to do anything, not even attempt to shoot the ball. Can he pass the ball? Then you're just taking minutes from Deuce. Any of those players are going to be taking away minutes from Deuce and Patcombe, and that's just not going to happen. You got Shamit, who's already got the experience, who already got the burn. He's a veteran. He's a phenomenal shooter, great defender, always hustling. And the price is right. That's just it. Him or Delon is where the answer is going to be. That's it. And they're willing to play.
Who that comes in could really show the youth and guide the youth. It's definitely not gonna be Ben Simmons. I don't think they'll take anything he has to say seriously. You know what I mean? So it's all in who could help the team at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a good take. No, you're right about that. So I don't think Beasley, and as much as those names are fine, I just don't see it. Unless it's Westbrook, but Westbrook's going to want crazy minutes. I can't see that happening. I think he would be good, but I just don't see it happening. You want to get if we're talking about developing and letting the young players play too, that you need a veteran who's good with a short amount of minutes and is going to contribute in those 8, 10, 12 minutes that they may get, that they're going to do great in those minutes. And when you saw DeLon Wright, when you saw Shamit in those minutes, they did great and impacted the game in those small amount of minutes. And that's where you need a serious veteran in there.
Excuse me, bro. Look.
Okay.
So as far as New Knicks is concerned, you're saying Shamit?
He's for Shamit.
New Knicks? Are y'all? All right, you said Shamit, right? You're with Shamit.
Yeah, Shamit. Yeah.
I'm with New Knicks. I don't want to alter the team anymore than it already is. We got great players. We got guys who are especially Shamit. He played with us in the finals, in the Eastern Conference Finals. We can't, on our squad. That's why I take him over Beasley, who's a great offensive scorer who can off the rip shoot almost 43% of his 3-point shots just by touching the ball when he gets a touch. That's crazy. He's probably a higher percentage 3-point shooter than Shamit when Shamit got his minutes. Because when Shamit got good minutes, he hit the threes pretty good. And that's saying something because he can shoot the three. But Beasley, I think, edges him out a little bit. So I would give Beasley, skill-wise, give it to Beasley. But the drama, I don't want that. And paying him more, I don't want that. If Shamit's in within budget and was with it and went to war with us already in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, Shamit's my number one. Beasley's my number two, and this guy because he's gonna be he's whatever number three. But what I'm saying is that for us, that's what we want. But is that what Mike Brown gonna want? We would love Shamit, all of us. Right? All 5 of us would love that. But because he has history and he went to war with us. But is that what Mike Brown wants? That's the question.
Him in the front office, yeah. I mean, you look at it, but go ahead, Knicks.
You gotta ask yourself the question: which
Take
one
us off your
of these three are
Bluetooth.
gonna be
Take off the
disruptive?
Bluetooth.
He doesn't have it on. He's just
He's just in a bad area.
It was breaking up. You're good.
Nah, it's just my reception area. But what I'm saying, 2 out of those 3 are gonna be disruptive to the organization and to the team. So that's the first thing you don't want. And then it's only 1 out of those 3 that wore a Knicks jersey already. So you got to go with what you know.
Right, exactly.
I like the Shamit, but I do like DeLon Wright. I do like DeLon Wright if it's not Shamit, because if you think about it too.
Okay, I agree with you. That would be number 2.
Yeah,
I like DeLon Wright.
Who would be your A and who would be your B?
It's
I think Wright will be the A because of his youth.
No, Wright. DeLon Wright's 30. He's older, but Shamit is a little younger. Shamit's 28.
He's older than Shamit.
Yeah, DeLon. He looks. He's Judah.
I'll go with Shamit. Shamit played out with West.
Black don't crack.
Two shots said Seth Curry. What do you think?
Yeah,
I like him. He's tough, but he's not. He hasn't done anything. Anywhere he goes.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, I'd rather go with Kenny Martin Jr. If we're going there.
But and then again, what does the teams need? So if you're looking at, let's say, all these guys, the reason you bring up Ben Simmons, you look at Ben Simmons because of a point guard, so backup that he can facilitate. If Brunson goes down, you got someone who can facilitate the ball and help the second team. That's why they look at Ben Simmons or Westbrook. Everybody else is shooters. We don't need that many guards. Now we do need mute your thing. So then you got, as far as you got Schnauzer, as my brother calls him. I like him. He's a number 1 option for me scoring. After that, I really like DeLon Wright. I could see DeLon Wright possibly over Shamit. Only reason I say that because
if he's older than Shamit, he's damn more active than he is. That's for sure.
Remember,
on the defensive end, he's what? Huh?
Remember, Shamit was injured. It took him a while to get into shape, but Shamit's usually a hustler. And he towards the end, Shamit was diving, jumping into the stands for defense. But so was DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright was diving. And when Brunson went down with the ankle, it was DeLon Wright who was playing point guard. Remember? When we didn't have anybody else, it was DeLon Wright who was playing.
Look, man.
Look, the energy's going to be infectious at the end of the day.
Listen, I ain't mad either way. I like DeLon Wright. DeLon Wright's 6'5", 6'4", a tall point guard. I think he's 6'6", if I'm honest, but I don't know the exact measurements or the height of him, but I know he's around 6'5", 6'6". He's a tall point guard. He's played point guard. He's been in the league at least 10 years.
6'5".
He's a 3-and-D player, 6'5". He can shoot the 3, great defender. He knows how to control an offense. He's controlled an offense before. He's backed up the team last year when Brunson was down for the ankle injury for multiple games. We won a few of those games with him at the helm. So, him and Deuce on there. So I like him for that aspect. For depth, you want a guard, you want a defender, you want a shooter. So it has to be them two. They already have chemistry with the team. So I would say Shamit first, DeLon second. After that, it doesn't matter. After that is name hunting. And then you anyone at that position that you're looking for is only
can I ask you something real well?
Go for it.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask you guys a question? Do you think this is a coach's call, or do you think this is a front office call?
At this time,
it's gonna be the coach's call.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
agree. It would be the coach's call. It's the last.
You think then, as a coach, being Mike Brown, trying to get in his head? We're only speculating because I hate speculation, bro, because it's stupidity. But we're hoping, we're imagining, right? Who will he pick? Who will be more his type?
I would say DeLon. I think he likes
Who?
guards.
Yeah. Right.
He likes
over Mike Mikal Beasley over Shamit.
He likes guards. He's a guard type of player.
Of those three, those would be our three top options, right?
I think he would go. I mean, DeLon's older. He
As far
likes.
as we're concerned, as far as New Knicks, Ruel, Mangelo, two shots would think,
If I'm going to be honest,
Machete, right?
if I'm going to be honest, the number one pick, if it was Mike Brown, if just from what I've seen, if for this
Some
last pick,
speculation.
I would say he'd go for Westbrook. My opinion. I think if Westbrook's available, I can see him wanting to get someone that's that season.
Why?
That veteran.
Why? You think he could work with him? He could
Yes.
work with him into our system that we're coming in. Two West Coast guys just coming out of nowhere, coming into East Coast into New York City and this shit we got going.
I don't care about West Coast. I'm just saying if he's available and if no team's gonna pick him up and he has an option,
No. You misunderstood what I'm saying. Our five of us that I just mentioned, three options would be Shammer, Beasley, and
DeLon.
who was the third?
DeLon. That's what I said. If it's
so I'm saying Shammer. I'm saying Shammer. We never said Westbrook. You coming out of fucking left field, bro.
That's why I said DeLon, but then you said if it's Mike Brown, if he's looking at anybody out there, I'm just saying for me, I think he would.
If that's what you think, okay. What do you think, New Knicks?
But it would be a point guard. It would be a point guard.
New Knicks. Somebody talk. Dead air is bad. Dead air. No.
He's in a bad coverage area.
My Mangelo, what do you think, Mangelo?
Dead ass.
Mangelo.
Think about what, like Westbrook?
No, for
whatever your option. How would you think it would his be of the three guys that we talked about, the top three guys that would be the majority of our options of the top three that we talked about? Who you think would be more his player of his top three that we talked about?
Emmanuel, he's saying as a coach, since there's only one more. If it's Mike Brown, since there's one last, it's probably
I would say, Mike Brown's known for offense, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Shamet. Shamet, the more talented 3-point shooter.
There you go. Back to A.
And two shot says the same thing. For those three, for me, it's Shamet, and it's not even close. That's what two shot says.
There you go. Like I said, of the five of us, we're gonna go with number A. So that ends the discussion right there.
I mean, that's
as far as that goes.
He meets all the criteria: money, under budget, cohesiveness or camaraderie, as Machete likes to say. So,
camaraderie.
He has camaraderie with the Knicks. The Knicks know him. He wants to play in New York. He loves playing in the Garden. He was excelling at the end. So I think it should be Shamet. I don't think that's I think that's why they're really not rushing it right now.
No lie, man. I'm just going off at the top of my head. We really wouldn't have been in the Eastern Conference Finals if it wasn't for him. Am I wrong?
They played a big role. I definitely see him. He wants to be here. It's mutual. I definitely see him want to be with the Knicks. Him and DeLon could be here if you make another space available, i.e.
DeLon also. He would be, I back it up. He would be my number 3. He would be my number 2.
I'm sorry.
He would be my number 3.
I just coughed him. Forgive me. Trade Kolek.
He wants to trade Kolek.
Wants to trade Kolek for who? Trade him for who?
To free up a roster spot, and then you can have DeLon Wright, and you can have him. He's 24. I mean, in my opinion, I think you can give him a season, maybe give him half a season. Could he develop? Could Mike Brown get him into something? It's possible. I mean, he has the potential. He has the will.
Two shots that you're the biggest Kolek hater.
I'm not saying I'm a Kolek hater, but I did.
Why do you hate Kolek, bro?
This ain't
I don't hate. Listen. When I'm looking at my team, right? You're evaluating the team and what they can do. I don't hate the kid. I think he's good. I just don't think he's good enough to get to that level so far. I gave him the half of the year he's played, he has great opportunity as a facilitator, but he's someone that needs minutes. He's 24. He's gonna be 25 before the season starts. 25. When do you let this kid play?
Yeah,
I think
he's already approaching his prime.
he's already at his prime, and to play backup minutes is crazy for him. I'm saying trade him for the benefit for him. If he goes to a Brooklyn, trade him to Brooklyn where he can get heavy minutes, maybe in a losing team, but he can build his game, establish his game, become someone in the NBA. I'm doing it for him. I'm saying it for him. And this team, he's going to have very limited options for him to grow. He's not that great at defense. So if he can go to a team where he can facilitate, get young players involved, I think it's only a benefit for him. I'm not saying it in a bad way. For the team where our team is now, we're in a win now situation where you need veterans. That's just what it is. And am I owning it? Fuck it. I call it. Fuck
Just
fuck
own it, bro.
Kolek. Fuck Kolek. All
What
right?
happened? What happened? What happened? I lost signal.
Two shots to say that I'm the biggest Kolek hater because I was saying trade Kolek. So I was saying to trade Kolek to free up a roster spot and then just get Shamit and DeLon Wright. Because and then Two Shots called me a hater because I'm saying I'm a Kolek hater, and I'm saying I'm not a Kolek
Well,
hater.
I mean, if Kolek's in the,
He's in the way. I'm sorry. He's in the rotation.
I mean, shit. I'd rather see Kolek in there than Shamit and DeLon Wright.
God damn.
Te pasaste, bro.
Yo, yo, let me see the cup. Let me see what's in the cup.
Kolek is not physically. He's not at a physical level with the NBA. He's not NBA physical level, bro. That's the only thing about him. He's got great core vision. He's athletic enough to be in the NBA. Given the chance. I mean, great players around him. He's got great court vision. Sometimes, we used him as a starter a couple of times. But used him as a starter a couple of times. Excuse me.
Did you watch Summer League? Did you guys watch Summer League? Good. I'm gonna let you finish, but tell me if you saw Summer League with him because maybe
you surrounded him. All right, Summer League, but you're forgetting the games that he played when Brunson was injured last year. We can go back and watch those games. He didn't do too bad for a rookie. A rookie, not even physically capable or physically ready for the NBA at that time. You're talking about a couple of months ago.
He was 24 years old. What do you mean not ready? He's not 18. He's not 19 like Dink. He's 24.
Yeah,
he's not ready now.
He's not gonna do no more growing.
He's not that tall. He's not that heavy muscled. He's not a big guy, man. He's not physically strong enough to be in the NBA, in my opinion. He's skilled enough, but he's not. He's in a smaller frame and not strong enough. Now, he could, if he bangs enough with guys, just like Trae Young, right? Trae Young had a small frame, but also had a good eye and good passing and could hit the three, which is Kolek. Now, I'm not saying he's Trae Young or anything like that, but it took him time to physically get strong enough. Now, okay, given Trae Young was a little younger than this guy at this point in his career, but I think it would take some time for him to become strong enough to play in the NBA.
We don't have time. He's 25. How much time does he need? He's 25. He's gonna be
still young.
Young, not in the NBA, bro.
He still got great court vision. Despite it all, he's still got good court vision.
That is something that is being stretched by Buddy.
He'll be ready this year. He'll be ready this year. He just has to show. That's something. So, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go.
I'm going to that. Let me go into my little rant. My Korean gin is kicking in. But look, bro. It depends what Mike Brown wants, bro. This is what we want. We're talking about what we want versus what Mike Brown wants. Bro. Now, if he sees that, so I was looking at how much practice time are we gonna get. It all depends on how much practice time we're gonna get in between games. If we're supposed to, our schedule now, supposed to get more practice time supposedly, which would be great, given a new coach, right? So the more practice time and the more guys can show Mike Brown in practice, during practice, not just Kolick, but Deuce and the other guys that we got, not even including the guys who we might go get. So you need practice time. That practice time is very important and very key for not only the coaches, the new coaches, the guys who are got a camaraderie not only amongst themselves but with the new staff. There's gonna be new staff now we gotta get into. So this is why I say conservatively 50-50, we 30 games, we're 15 and 15. So you gotta give that learning curve.
Kolek. Go back and tell me about Kolek, because that's what we're talking about here.
Back to Kolek. So it would be depending on how he does in practice. If he can show Mike Brown in practice, then Mike Brown's gonna play him. And if Mike Brown has confidence in this kid, and he's gonna come back a little bit stronger than he was last year on top of that. So yeah, I'm with Kolek. I'm with all the guys that we got right now. Kolek, we've had him already for 2 years. He's going into his third year right now.
He's got 4 months.
Am I right or am I wrong?
He's got
maybe he's going into his second year.
He's got 4 months to try to make something happen. He's got 4 months, or he's gonna be.
That's plenty of time because he already showed in summer league what he can do. The last few games, you're talking about what he did with. You're talking about you're mistaken, bro. You're talking about those first 2 games that he played with guys who just coming into the league versus when they made the adjustment, and then in the last 2 games he played with Urara and the other cat, and then he was able to okay, you gave me better players who can score, and I give him more confidence. I could play. He got better numbers at the second half of the summer league.
Yeah, but Mike, what we're not saying is that all of these guys that we're mentioning, at the end of the day, are going to be taking minutes away from fucking from Deuce. You know what I mean?
No. Deuce is ahead of all these guys if that's what you're talking about.
Listen, I'm just saying.
But then again, we're thinking with physical glasses on. We're thinking with physical glasses on. We got to think with Mike Brown glasses. You know, what maybe he might say. What I'm saying is this, bro. Mike Deuce, Kolek, all of them will get more practice, dude. They're gonna get more time to show out, and they're gonna do better. Because Deuce is all of them. Deuce, forget it. When ain't even a conversation, why you even bringing them up, bro? But we're talking about Kolek and everybody else, Daddy and all these guys. They gotta show out, and we're gonna play more practice. Hopefully, we're gonna get more practice in than they had at Thibodeau. You're looking at Thibodeau glasses. You're thinking of Thibodeau glasses. When he didn't practice these guys last year, we're gonna get more practice because we have an easier schedule in the beginning. Until the fucking All-Star, we're gonna see what happens. Hopefully, we're above a 600 teams. Is what I'm saying.
He did not look great in summer league. I don't know. Maybe the last game.
One game he looked good. That's it.
Thank you. Somebody
what game was this one?
I watched every
what game was that one?
That game where he dropped like 30 points in the first half. That was like the only game.
Damn. Oh shit! One game where he dropped 30 points in the first fucking half. Who in that motherfucker somebody did that shit?
A lot of people did that, to be honest. But
the first half, 30 points. Okay,
we don't need him.
He must be top 3. Somebody who did that shit.
He was probably in the top league in turnovers. Did you see that? His turnovers is what was surprising to me. That's where I would say I'd lost some of the faith in Kolek, because his skill set is supposed to be, he's, as you said, everybody says he's great, he's elite, he's Stockton, and he was making these very bad turnovers.
Westbrook had mad turnovers. He was turning over triple doubles.
When? I'm asking.
I'm just saying, turnovers come.
Care about it.
Trying to find open men. At least he's trying, you know what I mean, to play the passing game and find. I mean, I don't know.
Is the turning around jump? You know how many times he jumped in the air and passed and turned it over? And that's supposed to be something. If that's your strong suit of a point guard, that's the number one thing you never do.
Josh Hart does that.
But Josh Hart is not known for passing. That's supposed to be this guy's calling card. That's supposed to be his. He's supposed. You ever see John? I've never seen John Stockton jump in the air and throw a pass, unless it was already going to the basket.
Yeah, because he was already playing with elite players. You got to remember, Kolek is playing with second bench players. If you put Kolick in with Cat, with Bridges, with OG, you think his turnover ratios are going to be the fucking same?
I think so.
Oh, boy, Chinese gin.
Rogu
Korean.
G?
Korean. My daughter
Osaka?
Korean.
That's
That's
Osaka.
Japanese.
That's Japanese, bro.
Japanese.
Why are you saying Korean?
Yeah,
You see it
Pasita,
sideways? Racist. But speaking of racist, who's calling me racist? You just killed out a whole region.
Oh man! Look,
Anyway,
what me and Ruel are trying to say is that
let us go.
Kolek is showing like his game is like he's a 19, 20-year-old, but he's 25. He should already be in his prime. Like he should already be like what Deuce was the year before, not last year. Cause Deuce was kind of shaky last year, but you know what I'm saying?
But he
Like
hasn't gotten that
you know what I
time.
mean?
He hasn't gotten that playing time. But what about the playing time that he had in the G League when he was in the G League?
He wasn't good. He wasn't good.
It was nothing special.
What
like
are you
everybody's
talking
complaining.
about? He didn't have good numbers. Didn't he have like outstanding numbers in the G League when he
No,
played?
he didn't. He had regular shit. He had 1 or 2 games.
Then if he didn't, then why did Thibodeau play his ass? Start him.
He didn't start him. He put him in the G League, and we had to because that was the front office saying, "Get this guy some minutes and burn time." He played okay in the G League. He's 20. He's gonna be 25 years old. And the point.
So what?
We're in a win now. We're in a win now situation. He's not gonna get
win now situation. You've got a problem with the guy being 25 years old.
He's not gonna get the burn he needs. He's not going to get the burn he needs to develop.
We don't know until practice, and he shows what he's got or not.
We seen him in the summer league. We seen him in the G League. We seen him when he did get their burn time that he played good offensively, but got bodied and dunked on 2 plays back.
We've seen him playing with guys who were 50th in the fucking pick. Bro, guy. He wasn't playing with guys he wasn't playing with guys who were like top 10, top 20 guys.
He should have bodied them.
He picks behind top 20th pick guys. What do you expect? Then when we got the guys
I expected
and the award playing, he scored good in those games, right?
I expected
if you surround him, Clips had confidence in him enough to play in them games when Brunson was hurt. And he did all right when he was surrounded with guys around him, right? We had OG and whatnot. I got to look back at those games when he played and he started.
Let's call a spade.
Who doesn't stop rookies. He doesn't stop rookies. They with this guy. What are you talking about?
When Jalen hurt his ankle, did DeLon Wright play those games as a starter, or was it Kolek? Tell me. I'll wait.
I don't remember.
Of course you don't. It was DeLon.
Listen.
It was DeLon.
The few games. There were very few games. There weren't a whole lot. What I'm saying is, bro, time out. There weren't a lot of games that we can go by because there were very few. There were maybe like 4 games, maybe a handful of games where he started maybe 3. Maybe I'm gonna give him maybe 3 games that he started in the season on the Thibs because he did well when the few minutes, and then we only played him 16 minutes, and then we only played him like maybe 20 minutes. It's not like we played the guy like 25 minutes or 30 minutes. We only played him like 15, 14, 16 minutes in the few times. So he's not getting a lot of experience because he's not physically able to bang with these guys, and he was a rookie. All right, but I don't know if memory served me well if he did good in the G League. But then if he didn't, why would Thibs play him in those few games where he had outstanding pass, he had great vision, we were doing well. We were doing well in those games that he played because it's coming back to me. Brunson was hogging the ball, right? But then when he became injured, and we saw Kolik's division, right? We were doing good, and the guys had higher assists than when we had Brunson playing at that time, right? And then when Brunson came back, we were back to the same old shit. Or am I wrong?
Next, go ahead.
I think you guys are underrating Kolik, but at the same time, But at the same time, I do agree with my brother. We are in the cusp of getting a championship. So you would like that chance if we didn't need the experience. Right now, Schnauzer and Wright will be a little way ahead of Kolick. But do I like Kolick's vision? Do I think he could really execute if he had a little more time and we wasn't in this predicament of a championship run? Yes. But Kolick is definitely not taking Schnauzer's job or Wright's job if it were to come down to them. But I do think he deserves the opportunity. I think he's underrated, bro. Like, I mean, I think if he had the opportunity to play with the starters, I think he'll do a lot better than what you guys are thinking.
You're
With
saying
the
exactly what
starters?
I'm saying. So who's been
With the
underrated?
starters?
The only one underrating him is Ruel
You said
and Mike Mangelo.
listen, you guys say your opinion. Me and Mike gonna say.
Because I know
our
Two
opinion.
Shots ain't underrating him.
Of course. Listen, all right. You guys done? So M Special can say his point because you cut him off earlier.
All right,
M Special, go.
Well, I just looked up his stats in the G League. I still don't like him, but they were pretty good.
How many turnovers in the
He
game?
averaged. I don't have turnovers here, but he averaged 18 points and 9 assists and 5 rebounds a game, and he won the MVP.
That's what I thought.
But
So
like I see, but my issue with Kolick is I see all these stats, I see all this, people. Oh my God, he's a big floor general, whatever. But he doesn't pass the eye test. When I watch him play, it just so happens that he plays crappy, bro. He doesn't. I don't see what these people are saying.
Well, you're seeing a guy who is not physically strong enough to play in the NBA yet. Hopefully, in the 4 months that he hasn't played,
he's 25.
You got to look a little bit more weight, a little bit more. No. But he's got the brain. He just has to like Trey Young wasn't strong enough, but he has the core vision, gets stronger. Trey Young is going to be strong enough. Atlanta's going to be a danger because let me tell you something. Trey Young's going to be more dangerous because he's going to be a little bit more stronger this year than he was last year. He's not going to be more injury prone. When you become that in the NBA, when you're physically strong enough to bank, pause with these guys who are going to be body to body, mano a mano, with you, against you. Ask Jalen Brunson. Ask his wrist. Ask his knees. Ask his ankles. Guys go after you. You got to be strong. They're going to go after this kid. So he's got to be already strong enough to like what I got to do when these guys, you know what I'm talking about, New Knicks? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, real?
Yes,
well. When these guys going after you like that, you got to get stronger.
Go ahead, New Knicks.
Go ahead.
They showed a clip of him in the summer. He is gaining muscle. He is working out. He is getting stronger.
He wasn't strong enough yet, but he's going to be stronger now. Watch going forward. That's the hope. And stay healthy.
They last year was.
I hope he stays.
Go ahead, New Knicks. Go ahead, New Knicks.
I hope he stays on the team. I can see him playing good. I can see him playing good along Clarkson. I can see him playing good along Mitch if Mitch is coming off the bench. You all right? You need some ambulances from the chat? You need some ambulances?
I'm letting you answer your
Ambulances.
Ambulances. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish your thought because you
Get out of here.
I'm special. Well, I mean, listen, the kid is aight. His best asset is that he's cheap. That's it, in my opinion. He's cheap. He's supposed to be really good at passing. Machete said he needs to gain muscle. He gained muscle this summer. He was supposed to come in this summer and improve. He was supposed to improve his skill set. And when he went the first 4 games, he was averaging like 5 to 6 turnovers. Turnovers in a skill set where he's supposed to be really good.
All right. it up. You did the turnovers, but I don't hear you mentioning his assists. How many assists did he have? How
He didn't
many
have many.
other players did he put in good position for them to score? What are we talking about?
Maybe 2 games out of all the games in the summer league. Maybe 2 games. And this was you put him with where he's supposed to be better than the people he's playing against, and he struggled.
I'll take what you guys say, but there's a lot of times where I saw Brunson playing where he needed to play like how fucking this kid was playing. Like he's a pass first point guard. That's what Kolek is. He's not a guy that's gonna be getting his own buckets. He is a guard to fucking put other players in a good position.
Let me sum this up.
I don't know why we're talking about a guy who's a rookie.
Let me sum it up because, of course, we go left real quick here in the Organic Fanatics. This wasn't for Kolek slander. This wasn't for any of that. The reason this even came up, which, of course, we go left all the time, is because we're talking about we got one position left. Who would you give it to? There's 2 players who played for the New York Knicks who are still available at an affordable price to keep us under the 2 apron, which is Shamit and DeLon Wright in comparison to other names that would get us above the 2nd apron, which we're not trying to get. When we said the best player that's probably one that they'll get, New Knicks, mute it, would be Shamit. That's why we said Shamit. And I said in order to get maybe DeLon Wright, another veteran who's experienced, who's been with the Knicks, you would have to make another roster spot available, which would be by trading someone. More than likely, I just said Kolek. Someone who Kolek is young, but not that young. He's 25 years old, which is why I said he would benefit going elsewhere. And since we're in a win now situation, veterans are more coveted in win now situations than a rookie for that type of position for a small amount of minutes that you're going to get that can contribute with a small amount of minutes like DeLon Wright did. Because if Kolek was that good when Jalen Brunson twisted his ankle last year and he was out, the person that played as a starter in that position was DeLon Wright. It wasn't Kolek with starters. He didn't even barely sniff the court. So if we're being real, it was a veteran player who dominated and took over, and we won games with DeLon Wright as a starter. That's why I said it. As far as getting a veteran in that position, and Kolek had his time in the summer league that he didn't show improve. That's just it. And you don't have time to wait on a 25-year-old to see what he can become. We don't have time for that. Contracts, NBA life is too fast that you don't have time to wait and see what this kid's going to develop. You're better off shipping him out, making space for a veteran who wants to play in a win-now team. Because by the end of this year, by trade deadline, there's going to be a lot of players, good veterans that we can possibly get that are going to fill this role. Just like next year, when we're that much closer, you're going to see very little rookies and you're going to see a top-tier veteran. And that's the only reason why I brought it up. It wasn't so much Kolek hate. It was the benefit of the team and what the team needs right now. That's the only reason why I brought it up. It's not that I hate Kolek. I think he's okay. I think he's an okay player. I don't think he's great. I don't see him do really, really good. He hasn't really wowed. And in the time that he should have in the summer league, he should have dominated. Unlike when you saw G League Deuce was getting 30, 15, and 10, averaging in the G League. That is a difference from 18, 6, and 5, or 18, 9, and 5, which is all right. That's all I'm saying. He's okay, but we don't got time to wait. That's what it is. I was just trying to move on and get it going from there. That's it. We could talk about the rest Sunday. I'm excited for the season. If we were talking trade Kolek slander, Machete is feeling saucy, and it ain't even Sunday. He's got that Osaka. Giving cheers to his mama on her birthday. And any final thoughts before we get to this other thing? Machete, you have some thoughts on there? What are some of your final thoughts while we can wrap this bad boy up?
No, I'm trying to go over all these notes that I wrote down, as far as the schedule is concerned. I was trying to see, like, in between, how much practice we're going to get against these games that, a couple of them are going to be away early in October. And then I think that I'm not sure if that's a home game against Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Who, we're I don't want to undermine Cleveland, who had 162 games. And, but I think we're playing them at home. So I'm just trying to see how much practice we're going to get in between games, because the schedule isn't that hard. That's my thinking.
But shouts out to Jalen Brunson for being one of the top 10 passers. You know, he came in at number 3 behind Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and number 1 is Luka. He was top 10 passers, and he came in front of Josh Giddey, and then top 5 was Tyrese Halliburton. Then behind him was Devin Booker. 7 was Nikola Jokic. 8 was Stephen Curry. We were talking about him earlier. LaMelo Ball, then Trae Young. But I just want to say that the lineup of Jalen.
Go ahead. Finish your thoughts.
You know, the lineup of Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, OG, and Carl Anthony Towns struggled in the postseason despite the team making the Eastern Conference Final. That 5-man group played a playoff leading 335 minutes together, and that they played a playoff leading 335 minutes together and a minus 6.2 net rating. They had a negative 6.2 net rating. Midway through the season, former head coach Thibs, with a push from Hart himself, swapped Robinson. It's going to be important. We didn't talk too much about Mitch Rob, dude. How important he's going to be with Matt Brown.
Just final thoughts on the coaching options, what we spoke about today.
But his coaching options were great, man. He's going to get these guys playing good. And it's going to be great for Mikal, Bridges, OG, Anunoby, Carl Anthony Towns, and the starters. We're going to see if Mitch Hart and Robinson are the 2 big options for Brown to think about.
All right.
But as far as the coaches are concerned, I'm glad, you know, we got guys that hopefully, like I said, I'm giving them if they're even over 500 by January or the first 30 games, if they can win maybe go 17 and 13 in 30 games, that would be great, man. Just like stay over like 550, because Thibs stayed over 550 the first couple of months, because we got our asses beat, dude. That first month, it was rough. After what happened with Boston, those first couple of games, you know, they kept us at about 500. Those first couple of games until January, we just still above water at 550. But if you can keep us at a 600 team, that would be awesome, bro. Brand new coach, brand new staff.
Like that. All right. New Knicks, final thoughts on today's show regarding the coaching, schedule. Any thoughts that we had today?
You talking to me?
Yeah, right on time. Yeah, and your final thoughts
My
on today,
bad.
the
My bad.
coaches. I know you're working. Final thoughts on the coaches, what we spoke about today, your expectation for the season so far, the opening.
I mean, I hope the coaches have all their ducks in a row, dot their T's, cross their I's, do all that extra shit, and just have us in a good fluid motion for, you know what I mean? Defensive schemes, offensive schemes, rotation, and I'm pretty sure everything else will basically run itself. But they just need to open up the gates on the rotation to get the rest of the guys happy and, you know, where they need to be. The locker room needs camaraderie. And the only way to have that is to lighten up the load on the veterans, let the rookies play, and everybody will feel like they've done their part for the team. And, you know what I mean? That's all I really want.
Love it. Okay. M. Spesh, your thoughts on coaches, anything we spoke about today?
Nah, just excited for the season, bro. I hope the coaches come in and implement their systems, and I really hope we're not 17 and 13. I don't want to see that. I hope they hit the floor running, man. You know what I'm saying? And they look like a well prepared team, and let's get it, bro. You know, it's finals or bust for me, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
Hey, can I just say one more thing real quick?
Sure.
That the Knicks began last season with Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, Hart, and Towns. right, as a starting five. The grouping was successful early on. The New York Knicks led the NBA in offensive efficiency through the first 20 games. However, the offense slowly fell off during the rankings as opponents used strategies having wings guards down while centers checked hard, who was reluctant to launch at times. That stifled New York's offense. A center like Zubac and Hartenstein practically ignored Hart in favor of protecting the rim. By the postseason, the starting lineup had become a weakness. The Knicks starting contestant slowly, constantly, and it showed in the stats. The five-man unit was a negative 6.2 per 100 postseasons in the 335 playoff minutes for NBA stats. I think we can do better under Mike Brown. Yeah, we're gonna do much better under Mike Brown, bro. And then, you think about also how much playoff experience. I gotta look. Has Mike Brown have compared to Thibs, man? Playoff experience.
Set that up for Sunday because we're trying to close, my guy. Give us that on Sunday. We'll talk about that on Sunday. So if you want to get a little more details on there. So I appreciate that take as well. I'm just excited for the coaching. Glad that we got some coaches here. Glad that we have. It's not left out there. I'm glad that we have names, not big names as everybody knows, but people that have been around the league. I'm glad it's not like rookie coaches, even though TJ Saint kind of is, but he's someone that's very experienced for a young guy to get the transition for the rookies. I'm looking to see the implementation of the rookies. Watch out for Patcombe Daddier this year.
And Bronze Queens, what you want?
Watch out for Patcombe Daddier and Diawara.
Long Island.
I think Patcombe Daddier is gonna force these veterans outside. So I'm looking at that. Excited for the new year. Let's get it. This is season 4, episode 1. Let us know what you think about that intro. Let us know what you think about that intro. Put it on the comments and chats. Appreciate you guys. Salute you out there. Salute to Machete coming on late, but we appreciate you, Manito, always coming in. We know you got stuff going on. New Knicks. Machete.
God bless.
Appreciate you guys. We out of here till the next time. You heard? Watch that intro on the outro. Let's get it. You heard?
Yo, shout out to the chat.
Let's go, Knickerbockers. Let's go, New York City. Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. All right, we out.
New York City. New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, boy, we are not stopping. Aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange. And everybody's starving, hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back.
A minute remaining. Brunson at 3. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again. Timeout.
Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down.